Welcome back. Thank you for joining us. I want to continue with our casual thoughts. I do put these short videos in the playlist Bird's Eye View. These are just reflections that I come across, on a regular basis that I'd like to register with people. And so today I want to just share with you a couple of thoughts regarding why do people complain. I've put a lot of critical thought into this, and I do come from a background where I've worked a lot with people in various contexts and working on leadership and working in culture groups and so on. And this is a constant nagging thing, is why people complain to leaders. And it just seems like it's a never-ending thing. So if you're in leadership today, I just would like to help provide a little bit of insight just from my background experience. But why do people complain? The critical thinking here is it's a double-edged sword or a two-sided coin. First of all, I want to let you know that on a good side, why do people complain or register their thoughts or whatever correct sort of political language you want to use? Why do they complain? Well, first of all, people that are going to bother to register their thoughts or complain like that way or make a comment, they're already invested in what we are doing. And so in the past, I have worked with groups of people. I had up to 150 members at one point, and I would get these kind of comments, feedback, they call it. And the only thing I can conclude is because they are invested, which means that they've either paid money to be there, they've spent time and effort volunteering, they believe in the message and the cause of what we are doing, they're invested. And so when they have a comment, it's probably worth respecting and listening to, because they're the ones that'll be with us in the long haul. So I want to never dismiss a comment made or a feedback given by people who I think legitimately have my best interest at heart as a leader. That might be something worthy of consideration. The second thing is they are involved. So if they are volunteering and giving time and energy to the cause, we used to have people come in and set up and tear down tables and chairs. We'd have people, organizing other conversations and groups. I'd have small group leaders in their locales in the greater northern Alberta area. Then I would go and visit them and, support them. And they're providing energy and belief and credibility to the message of what we were doing. So they're involved. They're giving their time. And time is valuable for a lot of people. So their feedback should be given a little bit more thought and attention. The other thing is that they are invested, they are involved, and they are influenced. So there's nothing like having a true believer on your side that is, kind of an all-in kind of person. However, that doesn't give me the authority to kind of dictate, who they are, what color shirt they're going to wear in the morning. It means that the more belief somebody puts into what we are doing together, the more fragile and the more respect I need to give over to that person to listen to what their feedback is or their complaint. Now that's the good side. There is a double side to this, which is more of a negative side. So the second side is more about hurt people. So there is basically an unmet expectation, disappointment, even dare I say anger or depression that's in a person where they are simply registering pain, or they're projecting their anger because they don't have things the way that they think they should be, which is fair, but at the same time, as somebody who has walked in leadership with these people, that I'm not going to hold it against them. I am going to simply hear it out. And I understand that sometimes it's not really personal until it's personal. And when it gets personal, that means that, there's going to be words spoken and disagreements had. Now, how we steward the disagreement might be something to consider. But for the sake of our topic today, I'm just going to stay on target here. There are some people that are coming from roots of long past offense or long past disagreements, long past unreconciled experiences. So let me just put it politely like that. And then you've got the extreme opposite of people that they're so selfish in their way of behaving. They just want to see everything burn. They just want to prove a point. And unfortunately, out of every 100 people, there's probably a few that are going to be like that. And ultimately, it boils down to me is there is a fundamental lack of respect on both sides of the coin. So if I'm not listening to feedback, it means I'm dismissing it. If I take it too personally, that's something I'm going to have to work on for myself. But then the other person is on the darker side. They have a fundamental lack of respect. So we have to kind of think about those things. The opening verse I wanted to put to you today as an encouragement is Hebrews 12, 1-3, which is for you and I, is to keep our eyes fixed on Jesus, the author and perfecter of our faith. So this is the foundation's, verse that I wanted to bring out, is that the author means past tense. He's actually written it down. And of course, continuing, in the present. But being a perfecter or a finisher, as some translations put it, of our faith suggests to me a progressive future tense, which means I've got to look into the future and realize that I am a work in process. We are all works in process. And so wherever you find yourself on this commentary today, understand that God sees you as a work in process and he is faithful to complete what he has started. Philippians chapter 3, in the latter part of that chapter, verse 16, Paul has given some exhortations and some very good logic as to, what personal growth in the Spirit looks like. But at the end of it, he does admit, he says, some of you won't agree with what I'm saying right now, but the Holy Spirit will make that true to you in time. Only let us live up to, verse 16, the truth that we have already attained, which again suggests a progression of experience, a progression of understanding. So don't be too hard on yourself if you have made complaints in the past, or you've had unmet expectations, or you may have given certain reactions in a wrong way. Understand that God is patient and God is kind because he loves you, and God is love. So I pray that you have a great day today, and we'll talk to you next time.